Hey everyone, I wanted to start a weekly, well, I don't know what to call this. So many people are having their own little rant sessions, and it doesn't seem like we're solving any problems with it, but at least it's getting it off our chest, and we're able to talk about something that's um, out there that everybody's wanting to get off their chest and make other people know about. Um, I'm going to call this thing Three Chords in the Truth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play a song before each one of them, and then we'll just kind of talk about whatever's on our chest that morning. This morning we got a lot to talk about, this being the first one I've done. The first song I'm going to do for this is called Grease in the Wheels. After you listen to the words to it, I think you'll understand where the rant's going to go after that. All right, let's get started. Three Chords in the Truth with Grease in the Wheels. Well, I knew an old man that had lived through the Depression. He believed everything that his TV had said. They put a man on the moon and Nixon was crooked. You better get vaccinated or you'll wind up dead. Well, he went overseas on a paid-for vacation. Didn't cost him a thing except for part of his leg. When he came back home, his stomach was aching. But there's no help for him, 'cause he's too proud to beg. Just throw him away, we'll make another. They're lining up just to be sent down. Don't worry about pay, we'll send a flag to his mother. We're just greasing the wheels of this big old machine. They told him they'd help him put away for the future, then took everything that he put in the bank. Said they invested in soybeans and clover, but they spent it all on whiskey and crank. They told him his job would be here forever. Just take your place at the end of the line. We're all family and we stick together. Then sold him out for the price of a dime. Just throw him away, we'll make another. They're lining up to be sent down. Don't worry about pay, we'll send a flag to his mother. We're just greasing the wheels, this big old machine. Well, now he's homeless and he sleeps on the corner. His union job was sent overseas. Well, his wife left and his kids live with her mother. He's tired of being all he can be. When it's all said and done and a pine box is waiting, they'll shoot 21 guns as they lower him down. Don't need to worry, there's plenty more waiting. But now hiring poster is hanging in town. Just throw him away, we'll make another. They're lining up just to be sent down. Don't worry about pay, we'll send a flag to his mother. We're just greasing the wheels, this big old machine. We're just greasing the wheels, this big old machine. Well, as you can take it from the song Greasing the Wheels and the chorus of that, the rant this week is going to be about all those warmongers, like McConnell, Graham, well, really just about any of them in the Uniparty. There's a handful that we can name in the House of Representatives, handful we can name in the Senate. All of the people at Fox are pounding the war drums. Most of the people at CNN and MSNBC are pounding the war drums. Not that I don't think that Israel has a right to defend themselves. I truly believe they do. Not that I think that Ukraine really doesn't have a right to defend themselves against what's going on in their country. I just think that the only border that we need to be worried about here in the United States is the southern border, the one where 15,000 people a day are coming across, filling our country. Those union jobs that we were talking about, they're not going to be sent overseas. They're going to be taken up right here by the people from overseas coming into our country. I truly believe that we should take care of our neighbors and love for the fellow man. But if your own house has fallen down, you can't take care of somebody else in another house. Because if your house has fallen down, you're not going to help that other house be stood up. If your house has fallen down, you can't have somebody come into it because it's fallen down. And quite frankly, right now in our country, our house has fallen down. Everybody talks about what's going on in the House of Representatives, how they can't get together to elect a speaker. But it's the fact that we've got a few people in the House of Representatives that are standing up saying enough. We need to quit spending money and quit sending money overseas. Biden just came on with a sales pitch the other night. He was talking about Israel for like 30 seconds and then immediately flipped to Ukraine and wanting to send another $60 billion. That's $135 billion we've already sent, another $60 billion, while we're $33 trillion in debt. That doesn't make sense. Here in my household, we're cutting back on things. We got rid of some streaming services. We're cutting back on special dinners that we normally would go to. That's what happens when your budget, when your income exceeds your budget. When your income exceeds your budget, you have to cut back on stuff. But there's people in Washington that just don't understand that. They go up there and they think that this checkbook, you know the old saying, a lot of people, you have that old joke, the guy's like, well, do you have any money? He goes, well, yeah, I still got checks in the checkbook. It doesn't work that way. If you sign your name to a check, it's got to be able to be cashed at the bank where you put your money in. We don't have money in our bank anymore here in the U.S. So we need to think about that. And the reason I chose Greasing the Wheels is because they just gave a deploy order for soldiers to be sent over to the Middle East. That greasing the wheels, they're greasing the wheels with your sons and daughters and my sons and daughters to be sent overseas to grease the wheels of this big old military industrial complex machine that will start the money rolling in again, because every time we have a war, the budget goes up, and all of these fat cats that are sitting in the heads of Raytheon, the heads of Lockheed Martin, the heads of Boeing, all of these different military companies and defense contracts get blown out of proportion. Yeah, there's a few people that have union jobs that'll have a job and they'll make some money, but it doesn't work that way. Folks, we need to wake up in America. We need to realize what's going on, and we need to stand up for our country. We need to start putting America first. Then we can start thinking about taking care of other people. But if we don't take care of America first, then we won't be able to take care of other people. That's just how it works. If your house is falling down, you can't help somebody build their house. I'm done with my rant, but just tune back in. I'm going to try and do this every Monday. It might be in the morning, it might be in the evening. I'm not going to be set to a schedule on this. But just tune back in for 3 Chords and the Truth. And if you have any comments, share them, and we'll talk about that in the next one. God bless, guys. Stay safe.